Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Mizzle. You're watching my channel from Mr. 14, and I'm here doing another episode of Pose. Alright, here we go. Season 2, Episode 2. Alright, so it started off with another category. I think it was called Fashion Film Queen. I think that was called. And basically, Lulu for House of Ferocity killed it. She did the thing. She did her little. It was like a nice little. She did her thing. I can't really explain the thing because I'm not into the fashion, just splitting the names of it. But it's like with a nice little tutu around her little outfit and all that stuff. So it came out a little princessy. And then when she took off that tutu type thing, it stood on its own, and she kept walking and walked with her little suit, and it was nice. So she got all the time. She got her trophy. And basically, because Electra went to House of Ferocity, and I guess praise Electra for her win. They win, and she said thank you. She said, okay. They said, what you talking about? This not your win, all that stuff like that. Don't try to think you can take a credit. It's my house, and you just part into it, and you know the read that Electra gives. So they would say, I'm like, okay, cause you go all into the house, you doing all that stuff, but what is all this further stuff you be getting? Cause you just doing too much. Like, what did you getting at? And he said, oh, don't worry about what I'm getting myself at. It's like, I'm doing what I do, and I'm making good money, and I'm making good money. So, she said, you know what? And speaking of that, I got my light shift. So, Lulu said, listen, is that place that you're working at freaking closed at 11 o'clock? So, where are you working at? It's like that. She says, don't worry about it. But how do you know you haven't never been there? So, like that. So, she kept walking. And Blanca said, congratulations. She said, oh, you can save your praise for somebody who need a validation, you hag. I said, oh, shit. Damn, Electra, how you gonna call her a hag like that? Shit. But she, Electra comeback reads like it was no tomorrow. But she said, save that validation for someone else. I don't need that. All right, so then we find out what Electra's doing, right? So she come here, strut her ass. She had this long ponytail, braided ponytail, and with each section off, like that long ponytail, with a nice little fur coat, with a dominatrix type outfit, walking down. Now she didn't even walk down the street; she strutted down the street. Like she always said, "Go ahead, bitch." Took a freaking cigarette, blew that out or something like that for somebody, walking down and walked downstairs to the Hellfire Club. See, I don't know. Maybe it was a real club back then. I don't know. Maybe I need to ask somebody who lives back in that place and see what it was. But basically, it's a sex underground type of thing where people does that little bondage, that fantasy things that play out that normal people would not think of, like dominatrix and bonding and S&M and stuff like that. Stuff that people have real fetishes. And this is a place you can get your fantasy done without being discriminated, and you pay a lot of money. I think they still going on around these days, but I don't know like any underground sex clubs or anything, underground sex dungeons or whatever it is. But they are people who will pay other people to do some sexual stuff that they normally probably won't get at home. Like probably get walked on their back with the women have their heels on and walking on their back. Probably get spanked. Probably get treated like a baby. Stuff like that. Weird fetishes that people will pay for if somebody would do that for them. And they get money. So that's how Electra be getting her money from, by doing this. So she saw a client was there. I think he took panties and shoes, and he was wearing that. And I guess he liked wearing that while he getting beat or whatever he does to get a day really show afterward. All she saw that she whipped them. She said, oh, I see you be in my wardrobe like that. You be a bad boy, so like that. Whipped them. And then she was just disciplining him and just whipping the whip. And it wasn't hitting him, but she was whipping on the floor and it could get him online. So basically he went in his bag and he was sniffing the poppers. He called it a weird name, which is like a fancy name of poppers, which people take now, and I don't understand that. So let's just say, what is that? I don't do drugs and I don't condone that. She said, listen, I have a lot of stack of money, so it's either I don't care, you know I'm taking it, but I need to do that and we're going to take and have a long time. She said, fine. And she was about to put on her outfit. And then she just wore in the back. She said, oh, I just love this. This is so great. This is great and everything. Oh, I just love to do that stuff. Some people say, yeah, if you love it, just go do that thing and just be free. She said, I'm just loving it. So Electra is doing that. So that's now we figured out how she get her money. And she feel great. She don't feel any shame of what she's doing. She feel great. So hopefully it can last. Because sometimes that things could go really left if you don't handle yourself well. And people could, especially they pay you money, they could take advantage, they could go more. They say, oh, they feel like paying you money, they could do whatever they want, they could go more, they could go overboard, they could feel like they go more. And then sometimes you gotta know what your comfort zone is. So it's okay. Good thing I think she with the same client because they showed the trailer next week, and she with the same person. So it probably decreases the chances of any weirdness going on if you with the same person. But at the same time, if that person you kept on seeing, they probably will escalate the thing, give you more money to escalate, and hopefully it doesn't turn and backfire on Elektra. I like so Blanca want to get her storefront, but Angel clocked her and said, listen, boo boo, listen. So it this seemed kind of like it was a flips thing. Blanca became the daughter and Angel became the mother because it was like Angel was like, listen, you is not gonna get no storefront where people could easily clock your ass. So you need to put some freaking makeup on, do this thing, doll yourself up, and this outfit you got on is not working because Blanca said she really have much or something like that. When she goes, she grab whatever she can before the store could even find her, whatever. Then she doing mopping because I learned that word from Paris the Burning. Mopping when she do all in the store and they steal things, it's like that for the ballroom and everything. But she basically does that for everything, clothing, so she can get clothes. So basically stealing, and that's what she got. So Angel said, we gotta do something. I'll do this for you and everything. You gotta get that storefront. You gotta make people know that it's you, and they can see the beauty and see you as a woman, not actually thinking that you could clock you the same. Cause they're not gonna give you anything if they can identify your ass. So she said, okay, cool. So then she said, we gonna glue this, we gonna throw these clothes out, reinvent herself. So Angel do that. She said. So Angel was giving her pointers and so out there, cheer herself up to get that storefront. I said, you get the storefront, you gotta look presentable, girl. And Blanca said, you could be a good mother. She said, I aspire to be, and now good. She said she knows. And I said, yeah, Angel, you will be a good mother. So she's good. And Angel, she got these boys together later on, but I will explain to that. And so Blanca went to meet Miss Norman. Norman come out the cab acting all bougie and freaking standoffish like he normally is. And she said, oh, who is you? It's like that. And Blanca was like a little cheerful to meet this lady. It's like, listen, I know about you. This is Mrs. Norman and all that stuff. And she said, oh, what are you? She said, I'm American. I said, no. Where your parents are born? Where your parents are from? And she said, oh, Dominican. She said, oh, Dominican. Okay, cool. I have people who work Dominican and they're good workers. So let's come with me. It said walking. And they talking, went inside, talk about little different things. She talked about gentrifications and how people try to go up the neighborhood, fix up the neighborhood, pump it up and make money out of it. She went in a rant about her whole ex-husband because she said it's Ms. Norman. She said Mrs. Norman is like that, it's dead, it's like that because one day I was all fine and dandy when I walked in and I found out my husband bent over fucking by the doorman. So no, he's gay. So after that, I had to do what I had to do by getting all lofty, hefty qualities after the freaking divorce settlement. So most of the properties are mine, and I got a little hard list them too. So I'm living well, and so she basically knows she don't like men, basically that. So good everything, all that stuff. Blanca was saying whatever she did. She said, after a while, I take first, last, and security. And this first, last security, do what I gotta do. I manage this properties and everything, so the store is fresh. So here, so Blanca had the money already. She said, will you get that sum of cash? Or you trying to tell me you do drugs or something like that? I don't, She said, no. I save up. I was working so long. I was saving up money. She said, okay, good. So like that. He said, ain't no contract. I said, go. Darling, no, it's no contract. We're going to handshake of it. So like that. This no is you, mine. She said, it is mine. She said, no, darling, it's mine. She said, no, it's about the storefront. She said, oh, yeah, it is still yours. It's just yours. And she walked out. So Blanca was so happy. She was happy with her storefront. So she liked that. So we know Ricky came home because Ricky was on tour. And Ricky came home, coming in the house. He got the keys. He came in the house and went in his room. And it had, Damon had the freaking bed section off with sheets. I said, that just bring back memories. when you come in your bed with sheets and shit like that, like it's a freaking, you make your own freaking curtain around, make it a high fashionable bed so people will see what the hell you in. Especially you do laundry, you can put in the sheets around your damn bedpost. So it's just funny, right? So went inside. He said, "Oh, what is this?" He said, "We just got all these rose petals, rose hearts on the bed. Valentine's Day is like 2 months ago." He said, I want to make love to you," so like that. It's like that. She said, "With the sheets so we can have our privacy." He said, "Okay, cool." He said, "Do I have a reason to make love to my man?" I said, "Oh, okay." Make telephone. So they about to get all in and popping, and then Blocker interrupted them. She said, hold on, can you knock?" Something like that. I said, "This whole house, what the fuck you need to lock for?" Shit. So it said, "Knock." And she interrupted. She said, "No, we're not doing that there. We got the funeral. Derek died." So I said, "Who is Derek?" I'm trying to remember who this damn Derek is. But it was another person that died. And so we see Angel, Blanca, and little Poppy coming in. So Angel, Blanca came with her little nice dress. And the princess, "Oh, where you going here?" It's like somebody doing shopping or you upgrading and stuff like that. And she said, "Do you like?" She said, "If I like it any better, I would be straight." She said, "Oh," so Dr. Judy. Well, she actually a nurse, but I call her Dr. Judy, so I'm going to keep her Dr. Judy. So Dr. Judy took Blanca aside, and she said, "You missed our follow-up appointment, so what's going on?" She said, she said, "Do you have you taken the medication?" And Blanca was like, looking back guilty. She said, "Blanca, I'll tell you this, like, listen, you have to take the medication, we'll help you," like that. She said, "I know I'm scared of the side effects." And I think, I remember a lot of people talk about this last time. ACT, the drug that Dr. Judy gave Blanca, and let me say that drug back in the day had a lot of side effects that people died from. So she might read it up on it and said she's scared of that more than the health benefits. She's scared of the side effects, so she can't do that. And more so, it wasn't too much about the side effects she's scared of. She said she's more so scared of that. You know what? I'm an AIDS now. I feel like I deserve it. So why I should take medication to help myself? So basically, like I know Blanca has a serious of living for her children and stuff like that, but you can't do that if you not take care of your own health reason. You could get out of the AIDS. You could get out of AIDS. Because I had a friend that I used to cool with or something like that. Told me he had AIDS and he didn't know. He went to the doctor and then got himself on medication, stuff like that, when it's advanced now. And he got himself out of it. So he's been HIV positive for like 15 plus years now. After he went to the doctor. If he never went to the doctor, he probably would have died off of it. And he was this close. So he had to solve that. So you could get off of it. Like that. Back then it was not much advanced medicine as it is now. But a medication. But if Blanca take her seriously, and Dr. Judy said she will follow it, she will monitor it and make sure it's good and everything. We have to do this, something like that. So make sure that Preta interrupted them. And she said, okay, I see what y'all doing over here, but tell me what's going on at the storefront. They told me you got it." She said, "Yeah, I got everything on the storefront and stuff like that." And she liked me and everything, the Dominican and stuff. And she said, "We handshake it." So Preta, he said, "You handshake?" She said, "Yeah, there was no contract like that." So what did I do? He said, "Nothing." I said, "Oh, Preta knows something." I said, "She did the handshakes, like she ain't trying to clock your ass, like fist, like she could just basically, especially give you a contract to get the lease." I said, "If I could handle loss of money, you need a contract." So I said, "Blanca, why are you so gullible?" But she said, "This is how she take the money and just discard her. And when she wanted to discard her, it'd be no paper trail to even link her to the thing. She could say, 'Oh, I never know you,' all that stuff." But she does have some rights, and we find out later that she has some squatter rights. That when she pay her money, as long as she pay her rent, so like that, she could stay there, and you can't kick that out because you keep taking the money. But the only thing is that she's saying no contract and stuff like that. It's gonna be difficult, but they can fight it out. So I said, "Okay, girl, I know she have rights." All right, so that's that. So the boys dished the funeral. It was two little Spanish boys. I didn't get their names, and Ricky and Damon. They dished the thing, and Blanca was pissed off because she said, "Where the fuck is the boys at?" She ain't cursed, but she said, "Where's the boys at?" So home, the boys coming in acting like they was like, "Hey," all that stuff. They having a good time, And they come up. She said she just chastised them and says, "What's happening? What happened?" They told them they was down there voguing and people just put around them and they had a good time, all that stuff. And Basically, they get it. So like I said, I'm tired of y'all. Get up, go to your room. Get into your room. Bye. Get out my face. So then we get the dinner at House of Ferocity. Now, Candy Lulu, Candy was preparing some stuff, and she was just checking the thing. And I said, "Oh, Jigglypuff is there. Go ahead, girl." So they threw that. Electro was in her sitting down at the table, and they had a little thing. They had cups of Slim Fast, and they had some bags, like some nuts, whatever the thing in there. And they was talking. So Electra said, this is what we have. I know we got some Chinese takeouts coming on soon. She said, no, this is what we eat and stuff like that. I had to spend a lot of my money. Candy said, I had to spend a lot of my money on the event, the food, the little stuff we had, and my nails. And that's all we got scrap. So you go down and sit here and take the little food that we got, or you can go along so like that. But this is what we have. So they all take their own hot sauce and put it in the bag. I said, damn, shit, put in the bag. So Electra said, took it. And then she like to say, you know what? I need some closet space because that closet space is enough for all my shoes, my hats, and stuff like that. What I can, my coats. Where do I put my clothes and stuff at? And my clothes and my jewelry and stuff. She said, I have another closet and I share with Lulu and stuff like that, and it's not for you and like that. So you gotta just stick with that. And they were going back and forth, to the point that Electra had enough. And Electra did her little fashion when she started reading them. She said, you know what? That's what it is. That's what it is. I had my operation. And she said, what I'm doing, I'm going to top them out to my children who don't even deserve me. And I was their mother and I fell a place of the earth. And now I'm house hopping to my children. And I said, no. So she said, no, it's what it is that you got the surgery. You think you better than everybody or stuff like that. She said, oh, that's what it is. So I got my surgery. And now everybody thinking I'm getting sore. So what I said, no, what we're not going to do, we're going to do this. So I'm going to take my exit and move, and it's going to be my signature move. So she took the tablecloth and just flipped that shit off and took everything off. I said, first you flipped the table at Blanca's house, Evangelista house, and now you took the tablecloth and flipped everything down. She said, Kitty, what the fuck are you doing? She said, I do my signature walk, and I'm walking out the door. So now Electra got this idea that she want to get her own house. So she went to recruit some people. So she got this little white little fish called Tess, and Tess is gonna be the freaking Vogue Femme Fatale. I said, okay. I said the deadly woman, Vogan. Okay, all right. The nice little body who will kill you. People, the deadly woman that you get so close that she could be the end of you, Femme Fatale. Okay. And then we got Shadow and Silhouette. Shadow and Silhouette was both voguing down the freaking place, the area, and then she got them, gave them gifts so she could be able to enjoy their house. And they the kings and queens of voguing. And then she met with this girl named Jasmine, who's the triple threat. And she working, she said, you too beautiful working here like that. We got stuff. I got to give you the best way. So that was that. So the next thing we got the category was story time, fairy tale, drama. And, Evangelista did Romeo and Juliet. They did that. And then House of Ferocity did Cinderella. And then the freaking place went back down. Place had said, who forgot to pay the light bill? I said, oh shit. No, it wasn't that. It paid the light bill. But the light went back on. And then here you get Electra strut her ass for her people. She said, Electra, you can't be doing this. You're not participating in this like that. You can't just stop the winning of the ball and try to come in. That's not the rules. She said, I just want to introduce my house to everybody. It's like that. Do I get the chance to do that? So, Candy's upset. Candy said, bitch, we're going to get hammer time. I'm going to hammer time your ass. So Electra cut her thing off, and they about to start fighting. Whoosh, all that stuff. She said, I want to introduce my house. This is a house of Winter. Basically, for some history about following somebody's footsteps like that. So her name will be the House of Winter. And they got out and stuff. So then we get this little scene that Damon was in the freaking back in the same area. I thought it was a separate club, but it's the same ball. Damon was in the back and he was talking to somebody named Chris. Right, so Chris was all here trying to flirt with Damon or something like that. He said, "Oh, you look like that. I'm trying to make love." He said, "No." Damon said, "Oh, no, I'm not. I'm interested. I'm taking." He said, "Oh, it's all the good ones." And he said, "Oh, you look familiar. You look for a man of my dreams." He said, "You look familiar." He said, "I've seen you before." He said, "Oh, don't tell me it's only your dreams." She said, "No, I saw photos." And he said, "I was freaking Ricky bunkmate at the tour." So David said, "Oh, excuse me, come again?" Oh, I saw. He said, "Oh, who's that? Oh, you didn't know?" I fucked your man when I was in the tour. I said, oh, the girly gays. When I fucked everybody, man, I said, I can't deal with that. It's like, I don't know. A lot of people get so excited fucking other people, man, and they in relationships. So, and they brag that they did it. I said, only the gay community sometimes. Well, it happens straight community too, so I'm not gonna say that. But I don't understand people who will do that. So, was a lot of stuff. So Vicky come in and say, oh, so like that. Vicky say, no, he didn't do it. I don't know what to believe. Vicky looked like he didn't do it. Looked like the guy's being messy. He trying to get in between Damon and Vicky, so he would like a lie and say that he sleep. I got Damon thinking that it's all good. So Damon fought the boy. They stopped the pray. Said, I had enough. Oh, we're not gonna be doing this. Shutting this ball down, putting this down. We is not gonna be here acting like no party animals. Get out, get out. So I had enough. I get my headache. So I said, go ahead, pray tell. Don't stress yourself out. So Damon and Vicky is in the house arguing back and forth. David don't believe Vicky. Vicky said we didn't do anything, nothing to do nothing. So how can I believe you? So like that, because you told me. First of all, if you was truthful, you would not tell him that everybody was straight. He said, "Oh, I told you that because I didn't want you to think me. You always take things. You jump in conclusions. You are always jealous." He said, "Oh, now I'm always jealous. Or I jump in conclusions and stuff like that. All that stuff. You could have told him if it was gay, it was gay. So what? But come on now, you should have told him the truth. You had to lie to cover that truth up." So that will tell me that you think it is thing because you think he's jealous or whatever. So was he jealous? This time it's gay people at the damn tour. It's like even Angel said, "Hey, it's a figure tour. All the people are gay." Shit. So Angel, Blocker said Angel and no Angel said that. Little Poppy said that. So Angel, Little Poppy's Blocker said, "Go in your rooms." So they went back and they go to the room. They was like, I was just like, though. I said I was picking shit there. Let me listen to the drama. I ain't going back to my room. I'm sitting in the drama. That had me lying. I was like, So they were watching, and long story short, David blurted out. She said, "And you think I let you convince me to not have sex with Converse?" So Blocker said, "I didn't we talk about this?" She said, "Because I thought we'd be monogamous." I said, "Oh snap! Oh snap!" So that was that, and I said, "Oh." So after that, oh, I forgot. The two little Spanish boys that was in the house of Evangelista jumped ship and went to freaking house went to. I said, you freaking house hopping. And Play tells her, hey, look at this freaking house hopping flunky. So go where? Go on. All right, so that was that. Okay, so before that, Blocker sat down with Damon, the house together, her kids, and oh, I forgot before that, Miss Norman did an interview, and they was going to interview this guy named Jonas came and he had money. Jonas told Norman that, you know that person I went to go collect the money at that new storefront you got, I went in there, do you know that's a man? She said, what you talking about? The Dominican, how is a man? She said, so you so up for your ass, you don't even know what people thinking, you think the base. No, look at it, that person's a man. She said, well, you gotta let him go. You gotta let him go. So that Johnny went, gave Blocker the money back and said, oh, you gotta go by the end of the day, you don't need to go. You need to go. Sorry, you gotta get out of premises. So Blocker's upset about that. So she told Pray Tell and said, what the hell happened? And Pray Tell was like, listen, understand that she told him about the Dame and all that stuff. She said, listen, these boys, yeah, you gotta do it differently. You gotta show them your different story. You gotta show the struggle. But they cannot respect you if you gotta show the lead by example. So if you're gonna help them, you gotta do something what's right. So go back to that storefront and fight for your right and show them how to fight for. They can't fight for themselves and they don't know how to fight. So I said, okay, cool. And that's what she did. Blocker went back to the thing, and she told him, I have voters' rights, I have squatter rights, I had a lawyer do things for me pro bono, we're going to fight. So the lady said, oh, I got all this best, I got the juice, I got this, I got the ties, I got all that stuff. She said, oh, you trying to threaten me? So Blocker and the lady said, I'll see you in court. She said, I'll see you in court. I got out. I said, oh, yeah. And she got her storefront. She had her first client, then a client with the nails, and that was all that. I said, go ahead, Blocker, do what you got to do. So during that time, Blanca sat there with the kids, and she told them, I told you about this, the condoms like that, so I'm going to show you the right way. So put a cucumber with the condom, they all clowning and stuff like that. And that was crazy, they was clowning. And basically while they was clowning, all three boys was saying something, and they was all acting like they didn't get it. What she was saying, oh, lubrication and stuff like that, and you gotta protect yourself before you get things. And they was kind of like they was gonna get anything because whatever it is, it's like black boys don't get nothing like that. Like boys don't get nothing. We are vegetables type kind of thing that people think they, and then people still think this like, oh no, we okay, we all good. We have to do that. I'm invincible. It's not gonna happen to me. But Angie said, shut it down. She said, this is that. Stop it. All that stuff got them together. And she said, you know what? Y'all can't be serious like that. Tell them. And that's when Blanca went down and told her story. She said she was at one time she was looking for love, and love was coming. She go to the club, she go back in the alleys and stuff like that, and find boys. Don't give it the names, but at the time she thinks she was thinking of love, and that's what it was. She had people coming inside her not using any condoms and anything, and after a while it was coming as a routine, to the point that she just said, you know what? I didn't protect myself, and now I got AIDS, and the room was quiet or something like that. So good that she told the kids. And then little Poppy came and he said, you have took me in, you believed in me, you my mother, something like that. And I will let you know that we're going to fight and I'm going to help you. Oh my gosh. I'm going to help you freaking get right and get better. And little Poppy was freaking talking to Blanca. It's got me teared up because I was teared because I like little Poppy. I don't know, something about his character just gets to me. And he just was giving in the crying and stuff like that, and everybody started tearing, and I started tearing, and I started choking up now to think about that. I said, oh my gosh. She said, I'm gonna help you I'm gonna help you get better. And Blanca said that's a turning point that made her, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna take my medication, I'm gonna get healthy, I'm gonna get right, I'm gonna have a business fund, we're gonna do this, and stuff like that. So that's when she met with Dr. Judy and sat down, called Dr. Judy over, told Dr. Judy, you know what, I'm gonna take my medication, and this is the right thing to do. So she took one pill, started taking it. I said, that's the start. And she got Dr. Judy, they hold hands, and that's the start of everything. And also at the ball, the next category was the feathers, and what was it? High fashion and feathers. And Evangelista did dance, and she didn't get a good score. Candy, her dumb ass, went in some plastic fake ass feathers and got clocked and got read by Praytown. She said, this is motherfucking feathers. He said, somebody bitch tell this bitch you're going back to kindergarten. I said, oh shit. Go back to kindergarten and clock that ass. She said, Ferocity is done. And then Winslow came, shut the house down. Electra got the money, got the trophy and stuff. That's when Damon took Ricky. And Damon said, oh, I forgot. Damon and Ricky went back to go get tested again. Ricky said he's negative. I think Damon's negative, but Damon feels type of way that he feel like he losing himself. Like he's not himself. He forgot to love himself. So what he gonna do? He broke up with Ricky. He said, you know what? I just still think you did that something with the Chris. And Ricky said, I didn't do it. Fight for us, all that stuff. So he said, no. That's it. I gotta do for me, and that was that. And that's how it ended, y'all. And I loved, like I said, this was a good episode. And then it came with a quote at the end that basically said, and it was so touching to say, blood does not make family, it makes you a relative. Find people that go through the good, the bad, the ugly of everything you go through, and that's the one who share your bond with. That's who you make as family. And that's exactly what's true. Because sometimes just because you have bloods running through each other, thing, your DNA is running through each other's body, does not make your family members. Because sometimes they would tear you down more. The other people you share the bond with, who share memories with, who share the thingness, good and bad, all that stuff, and you work out together as a unit, that's the family you're supposed to stick to. And that was Pose, y'all. Please see y'all next week for that Pose. I really enjoyed it. And also, Pose got renewed for season 3. So congratulations for y'all, season 3. And y'all see y'all next week. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit that red subscribe button. I'll talk to y'all all later. Peace.